Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Buy this altcoin. We are talking about RUNE at the price that we are going to talk about in the video and be a millionaire. Before we begin, do not forget to join our monthly subscription. For the third tier, we have 1 to 2 spots left. Do not miss this opportunity. Go in, and of course, you can join any tier you like because others have multiple positions and spots. Thank you. Let's go right now to see RUNE against USDT chart. As you can see, this altcoin has been doing quite impressive lately. Okay, it hasn't been going down. Instead, it has some higher lows, higher highs. For here, for example, I would assume that we are having a descending triangle, but instead it turned out to be a neutral triangle in which we came above and we closed above, right? This was a pretty good stuff from RUNE, and right now we are going to see what is going to happen next because it keeps running up and up, right? Of course, I'm going to have some short-term targets explained, then we are going into the target that is going to make you a millionaire, and then, of course, the next targets, the next possible targets in the bull run. So RUNE right here can even go towards this target, okay, the 1.54. Now 1.54 is a very strong resistance level. I would advise you to stay a little bit away once we reach that point of area, but it is very possible in the short term that we can manage to make it all the way up there. This is a nice 7% profit target, and we can even go to the 1.60, which is a nice 11% profit target. Right here, around this area, I think that we are going to have a correction going on, a significant correction for RUNE, okay, especially if we close above, actually if we close below in the weekly frame. Of course, if we close below in the weekly scale, even the 1.46, we are going to go hugely down. It is going to be worse, but I think the weekly won't close above these targets right here. This is the main resistance level area. Okay, so right here we are going to correct. The main point for RUNE and what we are trying to solve right now is, okay, Bill, we talked about it right here, but in which target are we going to be a millionaire? Which target are we going to buy in? So we are going to have the best out of the next bull run, the near bottom, because no one can find the exact bottom, but we can find the near bottom, right? The area that it will hold, and we are going to go up higher. I'm assuming that RUNE is going to fall down even lower, right? I'm going to say that RUNE can even go to below 1 USDT. If BTC is capable of holding the 17.4K, this could be a false statement. I'm always discussing about the possibility of BTC, and this is why I'm going to the chart of BTC. If we can close above in the weekly frame the 17.4K, this is going to be hugely bumpy news. And what we are going to do is simply Bitcoin is going to follow a nice uptrend. At the same time, if this happens, it is possible, I'm going to say that, quite possible, that we are going to see a higher low in the RUNE as well, reaching the highs of above 1.90 all the time. All this time we are going to see weekly green candlesticks, and we are going to steadily and slowly go to the 2 USDT as well. But the most probable scenario for RUNE, it is what we talked about, 1.53 to 1.60. Then we go and correct. We are going even lower at the 0.951, around there, and below the 1 USDT, it is very good to buy RUNE, okay, to invest in RUNE, and this will be the near bottom. Now RUNE can even go to 0.80, around 0.86 to 0.80, around there. I think that the possible bottom, if I'm going to predict one bottom, would be around here, the 0.8 to the 0.865. Around there should be the bottom for RUNE, right? Anything now below the 0.79 is an insta buying opportunity. I mean it. If we go below the 0.79, just insta buy RUNE, because you are lucky enough to experience a very low week and then immediately buying pressure to the upside. Okay, So anything below 0.79 is the great buying entry. I would say 0.79 to 1 USDT is something that you should be buying as an investment for RUNE, because RUNE has been going from the top right here to the bottom of minus 95%. Right now it sits at a minus 93. Okay, so now, Bill, what is the next target for the bull run? Okay, I'm going to tell this and I'm going to do it for all the altcoins. Not every single altcoin is going to reach the previous high of the previous bull run. I'm going to tell you that, right? Do not expect that every single altcoin will exceed the previous high. But some altcoins can do that. For example, RUNE is one of them. I think that RUNE, what it is going to do, let's say that RUNE is going to 0.79, okay, and we are going from there all the way up. The chart is going to be something like this. What I think about RUNE, it is that after we are going to go simply towards the 46.56. This is if we exceed the previous high, the minimum that RUNE can get to. From the bottom of the 0.79 to 46, it is a nice 6,000% profit target, around 61 to 60x. Okay, this is very good. 58 actually, I would say, to 60x. This is crazily good, and you just can literally get everything you need, right? Crazy stuff right there. And to be honest with you, I think that we can do it. But the worst case scenario, it is that RUNE can go to 10.65. Okay, this is the worst case. Let's assume that we are going to not to have something very strong for the RUNE. It's going to 10.65. 10.65 right now, 10.50 around there should be the next stop for RUNE if everything goes bad and we do not reach the previous highs. Okay, so even this, from where we should be buying, right? Let's assume that 0.79 should be the bottom. It is 1,200%. That's 13x, right? Around there. So 13x, it is like, let's say that we invest 10,000, you're getting 130,000 Tether USD. It is very good, very nice, and it should get you tons of good positions. So I would assume that you know for now and by now what you should be doing. 10.5 is the weakest actually that RUNE can go. 46, if we surpass the previous all-time high, then we are going to 46.56, which could be the case that this would be the minimum. So RUNE can even go to 100 USDT, right? But I'm not going to talk about these targets right there. I'm going to talk about the worst case scenario. If we go above the previous high and if we go below the previous high. So I would say below the 1 USDT, especially below 0.79 insta buy, and then you have these targets at your long-term portfolio. Do not forget to join our monthly subscription for more like this, and of course for more everyday trading via ThorCHAIN. Thank you and see you soon. Bye.